EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 28. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards.
First down, Chargers.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That is caught at the 7. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, L.A.
3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun snap to Lock. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
By the Chargers.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, You might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He was brought down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Drew Tranquill. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 42. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
From the 36, Locke under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Drew Locke, sack.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
42.
Now Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Eckler. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos, nothing.
Now Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Broncos, nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bells, because I was a blessed. Let's go. 30 pace, let's go. Check, 90 general, smash. Ready.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. On the return is Reed. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second and 8. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up
from the gun. It's Locke.
At the 48.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
– 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is the tight end fan, and he goes out right around the 39.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Block off of play action. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49, guys.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Block working out of the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Block. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got him back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Right there, 54, right there.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's locked. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 52 yards.
And the Chargers' 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
Yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Block now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
48-yard line.
Block now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Locke will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Locke again. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check.
On the ground, it's Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
56.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The 39-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And now a fumble. The ball's out. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
13.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Herbert now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 38. After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
56 is the mark.
2nd down and goal. Locke. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Chargers 27, Broncos 20.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Joe Reed returning. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Michael Kendrick.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Los Angeles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Eckler, they run left side. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 27 yards there, a first down.
The Chargers' first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Brought down. Right, call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Kelly, 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Locke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. To throw is Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Locke to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point from McManus is good. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Sideline and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Herbert now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Chargers, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.